Hey Pisces, and welcome to the middle of October. Okay, your card for Libra season was the Ten of Fire. Too much work, accept help from others, life being out of balance, and stress-related health concerns. Okay, so this is a really big month of transformation, as is most of the rest of the year. Okay. For you specifically, Pisces, especially Pisces rising, in your higher learning, the way you absorb the world around you, the way you interact with others, the energy that you give off when you're transforming, it can seem like everything is just a lot, almost overwhelming for you right now. Okay, especially when life is out of balance, but that's how transformations happen. They have to come out of balance to find a new balance. Okay, it can be heartbreaking to move sometimes in a direction where we don't feel we know what's coming next, be it financially, just any security in relationships, all of that. Right now, Pisces, I see a lot of you not wanting to let go of, I don't want to take away from the grieving process of heartbreaking situations. However, a lot of you are just allowing your I don't want to say it as if you're allowing, but there's just a need to accept help where it is offered, because right now you're carrying way too much, and you might have this idea that the more you struggle now, the more fuel you'll have towards your advancements and your overall success. However, it's not a strength as in going to the gym and working your muscles that builds you like this. This is debilitating overwhelmance. And if you're grieving, I understand that you need to sit with those emotions and feel them and all of that. However, what you don't need to do is necessarily start more projects, things, definitely no relationships to counterbalance the pain, okay? Rather, you need to take some off of the scale than add more to the other side of that scale. These next 2 weeks are going to be very wild. You might not recognize yourself. And that I like to think of that in a positive way. But right now, some of you are going, I don't have enough. I need more resources. Like what I have right now isn't enough. And I think if you were to look closer, Pisces, you would find that you have more than enough of everything that you need. But your image of yourself at this moment is convincing you otherwise. It's convincing you that you need to do more to have more, when really doing more is taking away from what you do have, because I don't feel you can fully find the blessing in where you are right now. Okay, for an example, I'm getting 10 years from now, you might look back on this period of your life and ask yourself, why was that so hard? Why did I make that more difficult than it needed to be? And then it's the Ten of Wands again. Absolutely. And that type of longevity is where your abundance is, okay? You might be needing something for right now because if you're in lack, you don't feel like you have enough. You feel like you've worked so hard and this is all you have right now. And it's not I don't think it's the manifestations, and I don't think I think you're going to look back on just from a futuristic perspective of now, because now is where our power is, and now is all we have control over anyway. From a futuristic standpoint, I really see you looking back on this time period of October 2022 and looking at it like, I didn't have to do all that. You know, and I know you know what I'm saying. Like, you're doing a lot to gain something, and for a lot of you, this is about money. And during October, let me see where Mars is for you. Okay, Pisces. Mars is about to go retrograde in your 4th house, your home, your security, okay? I understand how this type of energy would put anyone into a panic. But when you're transforming, okay, which you are, when you're going through these changes, you have to not only have the capacity to receive, but also the knowledge of how to maintain that. Okay, what does your container for your blessings look like right now? Do you have like a customized BPA free cup with the straw, or do you have, a styrofoam cup that's gonna get busted up after a couple uses? Your container for what you do and do not allow in your life does not just apply to other people. Actually, it eventually hardly applies to any other people when you are placing your attention in the way you're moving. And apply this to what it applies to. This is a general reading. If you want a personal, you can get a personal, and we'll go into a lot more details in the extended. The extended so far have been fire compared to the slow startup of these YouTube readings. But honestly, there's every extended that I have posted so far has been total fire in my biased opinion. Back to the point, Pisces. Your alignment moving forward, you want to move fast. And the universe isn't letting that happen right now. Okay, the universe is slowing down in an attempt to show you what you've been overlooking, to show you a new way of life, to show you what you've had all along. Okay, that's you want to run towards right now, Pisces. You're running towards something new, something all this and that, and it's a little contradicting, I know, to say, oh well, I'm transforming, allow these changes and all that, but there is no rush involved. Sorry about that, Pisces. We got interrupted. Okay, moving forward. On the 22nd, Saturn goes direct. For a lot of you, especially Pisces risings, the Saturn is in your 12th house. You may find your defensiveness working against you. When I brought up contradictions earlier, I think contradictions are going to be something that kind of frustrate you in October, but they frustrate you to a point where you better understand them. And in understanding them, I think they lose their annoying edge to them, okay? Your views of yourself, your views of the world, your views of relationships here in Libra season, the way you view earning capacities and what you need to do to survive, the emotional things you need to do, the financial things, all of it. Definitely. The Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. When you have this subconscious activity, okay, Saturn is about give and take, but also what it means to earn, okay? What it means to really work for something. The discipline that goes in. You know, there's an equal... Here's the thing. There is an equal response to your vibration happening all the time in the world around you. And so when you have previously worked really hard and you've probably got some results from it, but you had to fight for that and it didn't end up being enough. So when you were out there fighting for it and doing what it takes on all levels for it to manifest and for it to be real, you didn't... I don't think you quite understood why you were having to fight that hard. You don't have to fight that hard to bring it in. There's different ways. There's different ways to communicate. There's different ways to view yourself when it comes to money, especially. I mean, I didn't know this was going to be a money reading, but I never really know what kind of reading it's going to be. We just pull the cards, okay? I don't like this Four of Cups energy because it really implies that you're not capable in this moment of realizing your blessings that have already come to fruition and were delivered to you. That happened and it was confusing. Like, that happened, and for some of you, it pissed you off. You got exactly what you wanted. And for some of you, you still find yourselves being defensive and pissed about something. And so what that says is the material world around you is really sort of containing you at this point. And that takes away your power. Okay, that takes away accountability also, but I don't think that's for all of you. The outside world says, you know, since you don't claim this, or since you claim what you claim or what you think you're claiming, that's what you're getting. And claiming more of that, working harder at that path is kind of making y'all want to run towards something. But that running isn't It's not something you can run from, okay? The confusion, all of that. And I think the further you run, if you are running right now, I think the further you stray from really yourself and understanding how these emotions and situations have come to be, the more you look back and you're like, what the fuck was that? Why did that happen that way? When is it ever gonna be like? It's just a perpetuating thing, and there's something so powerful about slowing down for you right now, because what this all indicates is that you already have what it takes. It indicates that the only thing you really need to align is your heart and your mind right now. Okay, all of this external stuff, yeah, you can work really hard and see some results. Yeah, you can do that. But it's not sustainable for you anymore. If it's something you have to defend, it's not sustainable for you anymore. Because it's not affecting, it's affecting you in the center of all of it. Your defensiveness is affecting you more than it is others at this point. I'll pull one more card. Okay, I guess a couple more cards, and then we'll get into the extended. The Justice and the Five of Swords. Yeah, it is Libra season, and we are all dealing with our relationship topics, okay? This Five of Swords indicates that you're kind of just cutting yourself loose from anything, from particularly people, whatever you feel is justified right now. And I think if that's the approach that you're taking right now, especially before Scorpio season, I don't think it's the one that best serves you. Okay, I think the slowing down part, the putting some burdens down part is where your focus should be right now. But let's get into the extended.